Okay, so now we are in After Effects. So first, what we need to do is that we need to bring that Photoshop file, not that exported image, but the Photoshop file. So where you have saved that, we'll bring that to After Effects. And now it will ask you this. So over here, we'll bring the composition, and with editable layer styles, we don't need to merge them, right? So now we'll press OK. And now you see that we have a composition over here. We'll double click over here. So you can see that I have both the layers that I created in Photoshop. This is the person and this is the background. Okay, so now let's move on to the next step, that is creating a new composition. So we'll create a new composition and we need it vertical. So we'll make it 19, 20 and 1080. Okay. Now from the composition one, we'll import these two. We'll copy it over there. In order to resize, we'll create a new null layer, null object, and we'll parent these two to the null. And now we'll use the scale and scale it up. And we can also change the position by this, right? So we'll change the position also and bring it to the middle. So now once we are done with this, maybe you can delete the null layer if you want. And now we'll make these two layers 3D. So once they are 3D, now this is where the magic happens. So we'll come here, we'll get two views. So as you can see, this is the top view. You can go right back and left. I have the top view. Now what I'll do, I'll create a new camera. Okay, just choose the basic one, the default one. Okay, the camera, and a new null layer also. And we'll parent this camera to the null layer, because we'll be controlling the camera with the help of null. We'll not use the camera's options over here. If you are expert in using camera, you can, but null is the better one. We'll make the null also 3D. Now as you can see, if I use the position over here, this is the Z, I can move the camera with this. So this will be an easy one. Now what we need to do to create a parallax effect, we need to place these two layers a bit apart. So what we'll do, we'll change their Z positions. So we'll go with position P, P, and now I'll change the position of this one. So I'll make this farther away. So I'll take this further away. And now I think this is enough. And now we'll scale it to match the frame. Okay, so we are done. Now once you see, as you can see, we have a parallax effect over here. If you think it's too much, you can just decrease the position of this one and accordingly change the scale also. And now we see it looks good. You can adjust that according to the way you want to make the video, right? So for these videos, I have a concept. In order to make this image more lively, we want to have more elements. So as you can see, this person is sitting in his room and there is a window, and as you can see from window, he's at the top floor or maybe at a good height. So what we'll do is we'll add an aeroplane outside his window. So that will make the image more dynamic. So for that, you can just go to YouTube and search aeroplane green screen. Okay, so this one can be used. So we'll copy the link and now we'll download it using YouTube video download. We'll go to the first one, we'll paste the link over here and we'll download it. So now once we have the aeroplane green screen, we'll drag it over here and let's see where it starts. Okay, so this is there and then this. Okay, so we'll accordingly, first we'll go to the first view and we'll place this. So in order to remove this, you can use key light effect, Control Shift key light, and this gone. And now we'll put this aeroplane outside his window. So in order to do that, what you need to do, you will need to hide this person. And now we'll place this properly. Okay, so if this comes out from here, No, this is better, right? So it will come like this and go like this. So we only want this for his window, right? So we'll mask this out. So once we have fixed this position of aeroplane, now we'll mask the aeroplane layer. So we'll use this pen tool and we'll properly mask out his window. So now I have masked it, and as you can see, by using M, I can see the mask. This is the mask for the aeroplane layer, and now this is going from his window. Okay, and as you can see, this is not matching the environment. So in order to fit to the environment, we'll change this blend mode to screen. So now as you can see, it looks like that the aeroplane is outside the window. Previously it was looking like it was inside the window, right? And this needs to go down the layer because we want this behind the person. So now as you can see, this is the output. This is a bit slow. So what we can do, we'll do time remapping. So we'll right click on the aeroplane layer and we'll go with time, enable time remapping. And now what we'll do, we'll bring this closer. So now it will be more faster. Yeah, as you can see. Also, we need to make this 3D layer. So once we are done with this, now we need to add the camera movement. And for that, so now we'll put position over here. And now we'll zoom in a bit. Not too much, but this is enough. As you can see, this is a subtle. So now in order to make this more interactive, we'll add movement to this person. And for that, we'll use the puppet tool. Now, after selecting puppet tool, we'll go to the person's layer, that is this one. So now we'll add mesh. So we'll put one here, one here, one here, and one here. Okay, so now we need to give movement to this one. And this should be a very subtle movement. So in order to give this movement easily, you can just go to the mesh and deforms. So we want to give movement to these two mostly, right? So first we'll move this. So we'll go this and select this one also, and we'll do this. And now we need to move this. So we'll change the position a little bit forward. And for this also, we'll make it a little bit forward and a bit downward. This is a bit down. This will go there. As you can see that this person is being compressed, so we'll put one more over here. We'll put one more over here. And now we'll use this also to make him look proper. Okay, so this is a movement, right? I think we can notice the movement. So now we'll reduce the duration of the movement by going to 1 second, and let's take this and move it to 1 second. If this looks weird to you, you can change more meshes over here, like moving this one also a bit. And if this is not moving, we'll move this also a bit. Now this looks more natural, right? If this is too fast, we'll make it 2 seconds. And now again at 4 seconds, we'll copy the first keyframe. Control C, Control V. So now as you can see, we have movement over here. This is the movement, right? And now we'll easy is this. We'll select this and F9. And if you want this to be a bit more slow, we'll press Alt and expand this so it's more slower and more subtle. Yeah, I think we got it. We'll do something more. Duplicate the background. And now we'll mask out his PC. Okay, now we'll add VHS flicker effect. That is by default there in After Effects. And now, as you can see, we'll change the blending mode also. To screen maybe, or maybe overlay, and decrease the opacity. Okay, similarly, you can do this for the screen and the screen also. And also I want you to note this, that we have something important to add. That is new adjustment layer and Shift Q, CC, vignette effect. You can see the difference. Now this looks more cooler. What do you say? And now also the last step, we'll add some dust particles. So now I have imported this. This is a fog and dust particle overlay. As you can see this, right? Now we'll change the blending mode for this to screen or maybe overlay, which is suitable. Okay, so we'll keep it screen. And as you can see, we'll reduce the opacity to maybe 50%. And now we have more amazing effect, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask us on our Discord server. We'll help you out there. Thank you.